Hi, welcome back if you are returning, and if you're new here, then I'm Kate, and you're watching this either on OracleFest or the Heart's Frontier, because I am hosting to both at the moment, because OracleFest means so much to me. So I'm chatting a lot about OracleFest right now, and for those of you on Heart's Frontier, I hope that you take a moment and explore and see whether it might be right for you. So I've had a few people reaching out to me and about my Heart's Frontier and healing work. And I am still offering services and one-to-one work over on the Heart's Frontier side, but I've been remarkably quiet compared to the Oracle Fest work and how important that is, because it feels like Oracle Fest has the opportunity and potential to help a lot more people, a lot more speakers, and a lot more attendees. And so it, of course, excites me and interests me to try and help more and more and more people wherever possible, in a way that one-to-one sessions are only able to get so far, because we only have so many hours in a day. Connecting you to so many speakers, you never know who your next teacher might be, who you might need to learn from next on your journey. And so Oracle Fest feels like a place where everyone can come together and you can feel for yourself who you are more guided to and perhaps what you need to explore next. It could even be a subject that you're meant to explore that someone introduces you to. I know this happened last year. There was folks who came to Oracle Fest who didn't know anything about a certain area. They would go then and explore that topic because they felt a connection while at Oracle Fest with it. It was sort of like something sort of struck a chord in them and sort of stayed with them. And it led them to a great healing story of personal transformation, some sort of journey after that. So I'm already kind of talking about it in the intro, but I wanted today to talk to the people who are wondering if Oracle Fest is actually for them or for you. So if you are worried that it's going to be too basic or grounded, I will say that it is absolutely not that, because we have some extremely high vibrational speakers who are going to be delivering some what I would consider a lot more high level activations, journeys, lessons or teachings. And we also do have, for those of you who are worried it's going to be way too out there and way too spiritual for you, I would also say I've done a really good job this year, I hope anyway, of bringing in enough people that we can actually say are real, hey, let's come down to earth. Let's talk about what's happening here and what can we do stepping forward to continue trusting our intuition and being on this intuitive path, which is so uncertain and can feel so challenging. So if you are worried it's going to be too spiritual or over your head or kind of use a whole bunch of jargon you don't recognize, some sessions might, and a lot of sessions won't. And so you'll be able to sense and see which things maybe you would want to learn about, learn more of the words that they're using or why. Or you might also feel yourself really pulled in directions, say, of coaching or shamanic healing being down on earth, for example. Sometimes shamanic healing is quite out there in the spiritual as well. So it really depends on what's coming through each of the speakers when we all meet together. And that's also one of the things I super love. I don't feel like every speaker needs to have a specifically planned and structured session. Some do love having presentations, and I love that. And some love guiding through experiences and journeys. I love that as well. If you are not sure what to expect at Oracle Fest, one, you can come and ask questions. You can absolutely look at what's going on. I'll be releasing the schedule in the next couple of days here, adding more and more and more of the speakers to the website so that you can see who's joining us and what's going on, what kind of topics will be there on which of the days. And as well, I will be sharing more of some clips from last year so that you can see what it was like and you can get an experience, a little bit, a hint. And I will say it's different, I think. It feels different than any of the spiritual summits that I have been witness to so far. And the reason being is that I'm hoping to create something that feels a little bit more authentic to the path of being an intuitive yourself, versus learning from experts and heralding the hierarchies of industry that we can sometimes do accidentally, all living in this capitalist structure. it's very common for that to be the way that we approach things. But my hope is that we help every attendee and speaker even feel more connected to their intuitive, their inner oracle, that part of them which feels and senses and connects to some sense larger than yourself, however you define that, because it can look like a lot of different things for a lot of different people. So who else is OracleFest for? I do have my list here. Okay, so I also feel like OracleFest is really good for people who are at a precipice, who are standing on the edge in some way in their life, maybe not quite sure what the next turn is going to be, maybe very clear, but not feeling confident. Because I think the more we connect to our intuition and find confirmations, validations, affirmations from spiritual teachers. Maybe you come to the live reading circle, you ask about some big project that you're working on, for example, and receive what the speakers have to say to you. People who feel like they are just on the edge of taking a new shift, embracing a new way forward, because this is the year of the Rising Phoenix at OracleFest. So this big OracleFest online, it's the year of the Rising Phoenix, and it's where we actually rise up, we rise into the intuitive and inner oracle that we are. I also feel like OracleFest is really good for artists. So you don't need to be in spiritual healing work. You don't need to be doing anything like this for work to learn from people who are walking this path. And we do have many artists who will be attending OracleFest as well as any leaders. If you lead people, then you need some experiences to learn from others, to seek out new guides, new areas of wisdom. This isn't about money, but it just struck me recently that I heard someone say that all of the billionaires that they know are invested in astrology and homeopathy because they recognize that ancient wisdom and the idea of what is beyond the physical has a great place in the world. And so, to reach a certain level of what many people perceive as like our metric of success, to have that much, wealth amassed in some way, there's an acknowledgement, again, not that this is what we're about or here for, but there's an acknowledgement for people who hold that place in our society right now, that actually we need these things. And so how much more valuable do you think we ought to be treating this work? And that's a lot of where OracleFest came from. So if you are someone who is intuitive, but you've also been kind of leaning on the practical and you're looking to find that balance, OracleFest would be perfect for you. If you're a creative person, but you're also a critical thinker and you want to explore, but you're also maybe mindful of who you choose to work with, I think some of the most beautiful people come out to be OracleFest speakers. I feel really, really blessed for all the people who have chosen to join alongside me in this vision and this quest to help all of us empower our inner oracle, because all of the speakers who are joining us this year, without a shadow of a doubt, really get what this is about from a values place, because we've talked about it in every session that I've had with them to discuss this OracleFest idea. And they nod and they say yes. And, we know that so many people out there are seeking depth, are wanting a feeling of connection that is deeper, and are not just wanting to be spoken at. It's like spoken with. That's what this feels like. So if you're someone who does not fit standard boxes in any way, this is really built for you in mind. I'm one of those people. I do a lot of unexpected things, and I trust my intuition a lot, and I go in lots of different directions in life, seemingly, but they are all leaving me on this one path and beautiful story that I'm meant to live. And I meet a lot of people who attend OracleFest, who are thinking about it, who kind of have that same quality in some way, or are really ready to embrace life living from that intuitive side and are inspired by it. So what actually happens at OracleFest is that we have live sessions with the different speakers, our luminary speakers. I like calling them luminaries because on Oracle Mountain, in my mind, this spiritual space that we all go to, on Oracle Mountain, everyone has these torches, and our speakers, our luminaries, are carrying so much light with them. And we can just gather. We can show up with our torch at the ready, and we can gather and pick up more light as we learn from each of them. So we all become more illuminated, which I really enjoy the idea of altogether, especially in this winter time. I feel like if you're in winter mode and hermit mode and you've been hanging out inside a lot, OracleFest Online is really good for you as well, because it happens in the end of January time. It's perfect because you can be inside, internal, introverted, but still feel connection and still feel this wholesome inspiration and this, I would say, passion. It's like, your passion strikes a match and sort of can ignite from this place forward. And so it really works. And if you want to be someone who's engaging and really meeting new people, I think there's also an opportunity for that within OracleFest. And we'll have the chat open so everyone in the Zoom room can be connecting and communicating. And certainly if you join with the Star All Access Pass, we're going to have all these things. I'm doing a video after this about Star All Access Pass because I had to separate them. So I'll explain more about that in a few moments, and you can go check that video. But what you'll need to know is that we're having lots of workshops and circles and podium events and lots of opportunities for you to get to know other people's stories as well. So if you've been craving drawing in more spiritual community and you want people who are grounded and intuitive, I feel like that's exactly what is being drawn here at OracleFest. Also at OracleFest, there's listening, but I don't believe that there's big overload. You might find yourself really activated. You might find yourself really excited by all that you're receiving and feeling, but we aren't, hammering it down information-wise. You're not getting overloaded or bogged down too much. I try to create a bit of like a wave, so we have different sorts of messages coming in and different sorts of personalities as well, so that we are receiving a variety of different energies as we go through the days. And as well, you can be listening while you make your lunch or make your dinner or something like that, and we're with you, throughout the day. And so it can feel lighter, and it can also feel extremely present, depending on how you choose to relate to it. And certainly if you have one of the options where you get the replays, you don't need to worry about, hey, you know what, I feel like going on a walk during this one. I'm going to catch that one in the replay. And we love the idea of you being able to repeat things as well that really struck a chord with you. There's going to be lots of time for reflection, but not a high pressure type of environment, no performative type of environment as far as you as an attendee is concerned. There will be performances of sound healing, so you'll get to enjoy that. And so there are moments of nature and moments of sound healing and of receiving and journeys where you can just integrate afterwards, and you can relax. And, sometimes I might have a journey scheduled in at the end of the night so that then we can kind of all unwind and go to dreamland and integrate even further. Integrate meaning landing it in your body. And this is a community that's really lovely. All of the people who joined last year, we had 125 attendees at our first OracleFest. And all of the people who attended, I had a really strong feeling that there was just this openness and kind-heartedness and real loving acceptance energy from the folks who attend OracleFest. So I'm so blessed that that's who chooses to come. And I love that. I would love even more of that as well. We have a variety of topics, like I said, and so you can check that out on the website and on some of the graphics and things. But for example, we have shamanic healing, and we have hypnotherapy, past lives, and we have galactic astrology, and we have quantum creation and manifesting. We have dreaming and manifesting as well, dream manifesting. And we have light language and energy healing. And we have mediumship, and we have oracle reading and tarot reading. And we have how to just live in the world following your intuition. We have basic, and we have really, channeling, and we have so many different things. I feel like I'm not going to be able to cover them all in one sentence. The angelic realm, oh my gosh, we have all these different areas that you can explore, which often aren't brought in for the same events. Often events will sort of have one theme or another theme. OracleFest, I feel like, is doing a really good job of bringing in a variety so that we can all experience that together. And we have very different styles of wisdom, as well as different cultures and different belief systems in some kind of way as well. And there's no single authoritative voice. Like myself as a host, it's just like a conductor trying to move things through. I'm not the band. I'm not, there's no voice of authority of this is what you must believe. There's going to be speakers that say things that maybe I don't necessarily know much about or believe myself. And then there's going to be speakers who I absolutely resonate with, because we're all meant to go on our own journeys and find the information that we need at the right time. You can check with me the next year. Any of the speakers I wasn't resonating with could have been the people that then I'm exactly on the same page as them, because we have these journeys that are winding, these paths that cross as we need. So my goal is that you show up to OracleFest for yourself, to embrace your inner oracle, to connect to your intuition and allow more messages to come through. This can be a selfish event for you to receive in, and that you stay open to the idea that your next teacher or guide or mentor could be somewhere on the panels of speakers. We also have some workshops as well, some panels, some discussions going on. And what I noticed that people walked away with last year was a lot of inspiration and awakening energy. It was like a massive awakening for many, many people who joined. There was a deeper trust in I would say the inner oracle, but the inner signals, like there was a deeper trust in what they were receiving. I'm just pulling up a comment here because I also saw a comment. I was looking through the YouTube today and responding to things I hadn't responded to, things I hadn't seen. And there was a comment last year from one of our speakers who's back again, Arlene Porter, Violet Angel Intuition 1111. She's very lovely. She does a lot of channeling and twin flame work. And this is what she said. She said, "What a phenomenal first day for you, Kate." She was writing to me because I was hosting the whole time. "Your hard work has definitely paid off. It was such a huge honor and blessing to be invited to be a part of this event. All the speakers have been incredible, informative, and so high vibrational. I cried so much listening to many of the different sessions. I just felt really emotional listening to everyone's journey and how they're helping the world. Thank you, Kate and colleagues, for delivering this event in such a profoundly beautiful way. I ordered Dr. Stephen Farmer's wonderful Nature Spirit Oracle deck and such a brilliantly epic sound session with Darren." We do have both Darren and Dr. Stephen Farmer coming back again this year, as well as Arlene. So I am, very blessed that there's a lot of amazing returning speakers. There's even more than that, because we have Tony Ghazi and we have Debbie Dashing or Debbie Solaris. We have Vivienne Chauvet. We have Tara Kenzie. I'm going to be here forever if I'm actually listing all the repeat speakers, but we do have many. Michelle Matuza, and we have many speakers join us for the podium series as the year went on, who are now able to join us for the big Oracle Fest. So it's very exciting how it's coming all together. We are also going to have more opportunities this year for reflection, integration after the fact, and some ongoing star circles and reminders about the replays and things like that. So I highly encourage you to get that full ticket, to get the replays, or to join as a Star All Access pass holder. And just to let you all know, I did have to shift to put the website into Canadian dollars. So actually you're all going to be saving money, and probably is appreciated at this time in the economy. I totally recognize that. And we also have payment plans available through Klarna or Afterpay. That's why I moved the site to Canadian dollars, just so that you all know. And so what you can do is you can split up your payments, and so it doesn't have to be all at once. And hopefully that will help more people be able to say yes, especially to the replays, and being able to come in for the full 4 days and have those replays and those reminders as the year goes on. You might get some bonuses and in some giveaways and all that kind of stuff as well. But of course, there is also the really reasonable $44 ticket. That $44 Canadian allows you to jump in as the weekend goes on to live watch and to leave comments, and we will be able to still interact with you as well. And you can also split that one up into payments. So there's no real excuse. I mean, everyone can put aside 11 Canadian dollars a month. If you are a spiritual person who wants to expand, this is going to be a really beautiful event, not one to miss. Very different than what you're normally seeing. And so if you're listening to this when you're feeling some part of yourself, you're feeling seen, that's it. That's the ticket. Well, go get your ticket. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna do a video about Star All Access Pass so I can chat to you a little bit more about that as well. And if you have any questions or if you just want to show some support, if you want to like, comment, subscribe, make sure you're following this, that would be awesome. I am noticing that some more of the videos are being seen by more people. So thank you so much for all that you're doing to help this message get out there, because it really feels like now is a very important time for things like OracleFest to exist that stand alone in a bit of a different way and try to bring more humanity to the online sphere. But we are also going to be bringing in-person events out this year as well. But it's online for the most part, the moment, and allowing us to connect from wherever we are to that inner oracle and to each other in a deeper way. So yeah, I hope to see you there. It's January 30th to February 2nd. And of course, if you get the replays, you don't have to worry about missing any sessions. But either way, we'd love to see you there in whatever capacity makes most sense for you at this time. So take care, everyone. Chat soon. Go catch up on some Oracle Mountain chats. Get your ticket and get excited for what's coming forward.